What can we expect when Goliath mainnet goes live? This is a great breakdown of the Goliath mainnet from Jinx Yourself. If you're an XCN bull poster or bullish on XCN, you're a holder of XCN, I think you should definitely give Jinx Yourself a follow. XCN Goliath mainnet could include or will include infrastructure upgrades, scalability improvements, enterprise ready rails. This is what I'm most bullish on. So if you see what XCN is trying to accomplish and what their goal is for mass adoption to be, the peer-to-peer system on a layer 3 protocol.
Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a giveaway of 1 million Shiba tokens. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and comment hashtag Shiba Inu. Good luck.
With liquidity built through Ethereum and Base as well, not only their own chain but other chains as well. They plan to capture that traditional finance sector as best as possible. Again, these are multi-trillion-dollar industries we're talking about. All XCN has to do is capture a small, tiny percentage of that, and then you have one massively successful project, right? And all it takes is just time, building, continuous building of the fundamentals, continuous building of the community, and of course, just constant development, constant, growth and attention. And that's really what it takes, right? XRP didn't become the project that it was just, in a day or two. It took time. It took a lot of time. And when you see the XRP community now compared to what it was back then, I'm sure back then, when I go through other content creators that were talking about XRP 4 to 5 years ago, if not more, whenever it went live and when it existed, they were barely getting any attention on their videos. Less than 1,000 views on a video. Nobody was bullish. People didn't believe it at the time. I could only imagine the type of FUD XRP got in those early stages. And now the same content creators there's been bullish on XRP since back then. Now they're getting 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 views per video, 100,000 views per video in crypto. 10,000 views on a crypto video is like 1 million views on a video that's that's focused on entertainment, like TV, movies, TV shows, video games, right? And because the XRP community has built such a tight-knit army and community to even Web 2, especially on such a massive scale, that's where you saw that success, right? And I think XCN could capture the same thing. I think XCN could capture that same retail interest as long as the community, the team, the fundamentals, everyone just creates this, this cult-like build, this cult-like, presentation and, constant, building for the future. I think that is possible here, right? So on-chain settlement getting real for, XCN's Goliath update. Is Goliath the turning point for XCN this cycle? I think so. Are we underestimating what this unlocks? I think so. And he's, commenting down below, curious to hear people's thoughts. Arrow saying amazing, bro. That was a very nice breakdown of XCN Goliath mainnet. And again, I think XCN has a potential to be something massive, but it's not going to just happen in a day or so, man. It has going to be continuous work, especially with no liquidity in the market. The restrictions on liquidity for the overall market is just absolutely terrible. Barely any coins, like 95% of coins cannot go up. Most of them are just bleeding against Bitcoin. And if you find a few that are strong against Bitcoin, even just a little bit, that's a good, project to, take a bet on, in my opinion. So OIP 63 is now queued up and executable, and very soon, I think 24 hours is left for that to go live. And obviously it helps with addressing the Goliath mainnet validator framework, XCN staking and farm upgrades, strategic development allocation, and Ethereum liquidity consolidation. XCN is the financial ledger, the Onyx modular blockchain designed for financial grade applications, offering near instant confirmation, confirmations and low fees, right? They've already accomplished up to 288 million total transactions, 1.2 second average block times, and the fees are way less than a penny. And obviously it's designed for financial grade applications, cross-border payments, secure L3 protocol with the security of Ethereum and Base. Fully decentralized here as well with the DAO, the decentralized autonomous organization that they have. And even, like I said, even people that vote on the XCN polls or, you know, upgrades, etc., with their staked XCN, you know, everyone could have, you know, obviously the more of the top holders, the people that hold more XCN, have more of a say, but that could be you as well. If you accumulate enough XCN, you could have a say into where the future of the project is heading, right? Last time I saw Solana try to do a vote, like I said in my previous video, to reduce the amount of inflation Solana creates, you know, the top holders or the top stakers of Solana, the validators, right, of the node validators, they voted against it. They don't want to stop the gravy train, right? They want to inflate Solana to infinity, right? That's not going to be good and sustainable long term, in my opinion, right? If you have a different opinion, feel free to let me know, but that's just my opinion, right? So Onyxcoin power transaction fees are paid in XCN with a portion burned. And again, exactly this. The chain is deflationary. When people use XCN, when they transact on it, stake on it, anything, build the app, anything, it's burnt, right? So it makes it deflationary as well. That's bullish to me. That's very bullish. And of course, great tokenomics as well. Max supply 48 billion, 36 billion circulating supply. Not a ton of coins to dump on the market. And it's also listed on tier 1 exchanges like a Robinhood and Coinbase, right? That's all you need to know. For when retail investors do return to the space, like I said, the first place they're going to go to buy coins, if they're not just going to launch their own coins, because anybody could launch coins now. If the first place they're going to go to buy coins is going to be tier 1 exchanges, right? So Robinhood, Coinbase, Binance, it's the first place they're going to go. Onyx is listed on those tier 1s, so in a good spot to get that retail interest, right? And of course, what is most people expecting? They're looking for Goliath to be unlocked, instant finality, high TPS, and a dual layer architecture that is cross-chain ready, developer ready, right? I think this upgrade is going to be very bullish for XCN. I think it's going to be massive for Onyxcoin. And, you know, it's just left to be seen, man. Onyxcoin right now sitting at 005428, just under 204 million market cap. As I stated in my previous videos, I think 100,000 XCN is good buy to make right now. That's $543. Nothing to break the bank. Nothing to be like you're going to go into debt with, right? You're not going to be like, if something does go wrong, because obviously nothing is guaranteed in the space. So if something does go wrong, you take a loss here. It's not going to be an amount that, you know, you're going to say crypto has ruined my life and you're going to, you know, be in a dark place, right? You can make back 550 or 543 bucks if you have an honest living, got a job, a hustle, etc., right? So again, I'm never going to tell anybody to overinvest in these projects. Obviously, I'm going to say, hey, this is a good amount I think you should buy, and that's it, right? So from Cryptology, most people analyze XCN through price alone. That's the least useful metric right now. If you want to understand XCN, you have to look at its infrastructure, demand, mechanics. If you're serious about investing in XCN, you owe it to yourself to read this thread. So let's take a look. Every serious blockchain network reprices in 3 stages: infrastructure expansion, utility integration, liquidity rotation, and price only accelerates during stage 3. XCN is still building the stages 1 and 2, okay? Chain 2.0 isn't cosmetic. Upgrades that improve throughput, on-chain logic execution, agent-level programmability directly affect what types of applications can settle on the ledger. That changes long-term token demand structure. Utility tokens don't move because of announcements. They move when on-chain activity increases. Integrations create recurring demand. Supply liquidity tightens. Speculative capital notices late. Look at prior cycle examples across the crypto, same structure. The difference with Onyx, it's targeting functional utility. Settlement rails, autonomous logic, not just DeFi yield loops. That narrows hype, but strengthens durability. Different growth curve, different timeline. I'm not watching candles. I'm watching development velocity, integration signals, narrative timing versus the broader crypto cycle, capital rotation into the utility sector, which I'm looking at as well, and price is the lagging indicator. Most people will notice XCN after volatility expands, just like they did in the past, right? A lot of people weren't paying attention to XCN when it was accumulating here. Even myself, I wasn't. I was not paying attention when it was accumulating for how long? A year, 2 years down here at 002. I was not paying attention. 001, the lowest it fell to, right? But then everyone started to pay attention when it made a move from 001 at the low all the way up to 3 cents, right? And the same thing is happening right now. They're not paying attention when it's at 0054, and they're going to pay attention when it's back up to 3 cents, 4 cents, right? As with every crypto investor. I'm studying XCN before the volatility expands, before that happens. If you care about infrastructure cycles, not just memes, follow. So yeah, definitely give Cryptology Onyx Crypto a follow. Great threads, great breakdowns of XCN, man. Very good stuff, right? Finally, this is from Vessel XCN, manage and reconcile funds with confidence. Chain gives enterprises the tools to store, track, and convert value across stablecoins and fiat, build flexible account structures, automate reconciliation, and maintain full transparency over every transaction. The utility here for XCN is very bullish. It provides value. This is a project that is actually trying to accomplish something. This is not just a picture of a meme on a blockchain. There's so many memes now. I wish the market stayed with just the top big memes and that was it. But then because anybody could make a coin now, even like the 60-year-old grandma, 60-year-old grandpa, 70-year-olds, they could make a meme right now. 2 clicks, 3 clicks. Go on Pump Fund, name, ticker, picture, done, right? And that really messed up the market overall, in my opinion. And it also, made, the top memes of the space, like a Doge and Pepe, etc., not perform as well as they should have. So I think, a lot of focus is going to be on utility and value proposition moving forward. And I think XCN is one of those projects that'll accomplish something great. And obviously I could be wrong, but this is why I say never invest more than you're willing to lose, right? So as always, none of this is financial advice. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Link to the Discord. My Discord is in the description. Also, go support videos on the Clips channel as well to support the whole brand of crypto spaces. Thank y'all so much, and I'll catch you in the next